Hi, Kay here from Eco Seed to Skin by Saranen Organics. I wanted to get on today and do a DIY for fire cider. Fire cider, it's a very American term, but basically it's a winter tonic that helps to boost the immune system. It's something that you really want to make in autumn before winter, because it takes about, say, 4 to 6 weeks to ferment, and we're just about out of ours, so I thought I would pop on and show you how we do it. So it's really quite simple. This is just a really basic recipe. You can you can Google fire cider, and there are a lot of incredible, beautiful ingredients that you can add into it. This is my basics. I've got a teenager, so it's got to sort of like suit what she does. So I start off with ginger. So ginger is something not to skimp on. Ginger is, it's got a lot of properties in it. So ginger is a great immune system supporter. It's also great for your gut health. Fresh. This recipe is for fresh ingredients. So this isn't something that you want to put powders in. This is using wholesome, certified organic if you can, ingredients, and even better, homegrown. So I've got the ginger. The next, of course, is garlic. Now this is straight out of my garden. It smells absolutely divine. This isn't your ordinary garlic. I use Russian garlic. It's not as pungent and it's not as strong. It's got a very mild taste, but it still holds the same properties, and that's the immune booster properties that we want in garlic. Also, again, it's great for the digestive as well. I only use the round bit. You can actually use, I'll keep this and I'll put this into our soup, actually, into our bone broth soup. Lemon straight off the tree, beautiful, and of course lemons and oranges, and that's orange off our tree. This one's looking a little bit sad. I actually pick out oranges and let them sit in a basket on the bench in the heat, because the heat of the room, might be a better one actually, because the longer you let your homegrown oranges sit, they let go their juice and they're a lot juicier. Like the outside may not look so good, but oh my gosh, they are so much more juicier than straight off the tree. And what else we got here? And a red onion. I like to use red onion as opposed to brown onion. Red onion's got a lot more antioxidants in it too. And again, it's a little bit of heat. Can put chili in it as well. Our daughter doesn't actually like it really hot, so I don't make it with chili, but it is a lot more beneficial to put chili in it, because it's an anti-inflammatory and it helps to get the mucus running, and it helps with coughs as well. But I make a chest rub for coughs, for Gemma for when she's got a cough, and also our heat rub, which I'll put chili in it as well. So also the other ingredients are rosemary straight off the bush. Ours is starting to flower at the moment. It is better when they're not flowering. It's just because I put a lot of energy into the flowers, and there's different components in the flowers and the actual rosemary, and I didn't harvest any to dry any for this. So anyway, that's straight off the bush, a little bit of flowers, not as strong as what it could be, but still worthy of putting it in. And of course, fresh thyme. We grow thyme here all year round, and these two are fantastic for antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, great for the gut, and of course the immune system, which is what this is all about. The other ingredients that you might want to check out too, like the really traditional fire cider has got horseradish in it, and also fresh turmeric root. If you can get fresh turmeric root to pop that in, I would highly recommend it. Fire cider, because it's not about the powders, it's about the whole food. Good food, good skin. Apple cider vinegar. So I'll show you that one. This one is an organic apple cider vinegar, and it's still got the mother in it. Now, the whole reason why you want to use it with the mother in it, even though a mother is bacteria, it's good bacteria, and it's bacteria that helps with your gut, with like gut health. The whole reason why we want to put apple cider vinegar in the fire cider is because this extracts all the acid soluble compounds in herbs and also in the veggies and the fruit. So I make a lot of apple cider vinegar tinctures for my skincare, but I don't use one that's got a mother in it, because in skincare we don't want the bacteria. We can't actually have the bacteria because we're all about keeping the bacteria out. If I was to use apple cider vinegar in my tinctures for my skincare with the mother in it, I would have to put in quite a lot of preservatives and antibacterial additives into the cream, and that's what I don't want. So, but I need the apple cider vinegar because I'm chasing those acid soluble compounds in herbs to extract it out. So you can use pasteurized apple cider vinegar in your fire cider if you can't find the good stuff with the mother in it. That would be my second choice. You know, to go the cheap white vinegars, I say no. It's too like paint strip at those guys. It's too acidic, too harsh for the gut. They can actually probably do worse than good. We don't want to kill off our gut health. Our gut health is really good, is what we need. So that's the apple cider vinegar. And also, I also use honey. So this is actually local raw honey from Tony B. This one is a little bit creamed, so I might have to warm that up a little bit to get in there. But vinegar actually is really good at breaking down honey and liquidizing honey, which is really good. So I'm not that fussed about it being creamed. It's fine. And the whole reason about putting honey into our fire cider, it's not about the taste, which what you would think it would be. Honey is actually helps to draw out, it's a great drawer, helps to draw out the water-soluble compounds in herbs and fruits and veggies. And I put a lot of honey in a lot of my creams, actually. So next step is to just cut everything up. So okay, so we are all cut up. So basically what we want to do is you want to make sure that you cut up quite finely because it's the surface. We want as much surface volume as we can for the apple cider vinegar to extract all the goodness out. I left the peel on for the orange, and I left the peel on for the lemon because the peel's really good. I took the outer of the ginger. Gosh, it smells delicious. I took the outer of the ginger off because it's the surface volume of the raw ginger that we want. So first of all, what I want to do is get, and the herbs too, I just chop them up a little bit. They're so fine anyway, rosemary and thyme, that you don't need to really chop it up. You can use a food processor actually, as long as you don't make it into baby food, like we don't want it too much. So look, I'm just gonna mix all of those, that's the the ginger, garlic and onion and the herbs together, and I just want to put these guys on the top. So, and I've got these jars. These aren't mason jars. I haven't used mason jars in this because we're not putting hot water in it. So mason jars can handle that. So let's see how much product we have. Now there's not a hard and fast rule of how, like, you know, don't get sidetracked of distracted of, you know, how many kilos of this, how many grams of that. It's really just a rough estimate, you know, one-on-one. Like, I like to use the same amount of ginger to onion, maybe a little less garlic, but that's my personal taste. So that's all in there, and then I just want to grab the citrus, give them a little bit of a mix around. That looks good too. Can you see that? There you go. Let's see how much we get in. And once I can get my hand in there, by the way, I have washed my hands. I'm not wearing gloves. This is for family. This is for family. So, I mean, this is not to sell at all. I don't sell this. So you want to start compressing a little bit. Oh, it smells so good. I just want to eat the oranges. And by squashing a little bit too, you're sort of like squashing a little of that the juice out of the orange and the lemon. Oh, I've made it, which is great. There we go. So that's all of the ingredients in there, and then you just simply, like, there's no you know, pots needed or anything like that. It's so quick. This is such a quick and beautiful recipe. So you get your apple cider vinegar and you just simply pour it over. Look how good that looks. Filling him up, filling him up. You don't want to do this too fast because you want it to really settle in there. I know it looks a bit cumbersome, isn't it? But here we go. Honey on top. It is actually just a little bit better if you have runny honey. If you have runny honey. So, but mine is a little bit caramelized, but that's okay. If you had runny honey, so I'd go there for vinegar and then just pour your runny honey. Vinegar, you want the vinegar to touch the honey, but you don't want the vinegar sitting on top of the honey. There's just a little bit of a gap from the honey to the lid. So when I put the lid on, it's not going to actually be touching the lid. So this has a little bit of a waxy lid. You want to pop that on nice and tight. What you can do is get a little bit of sort of like your beeswax wrap and cut a circle and put that on top. I don't shake my fire cider. I just let it sit there. I let that vinegar dissolve the honey and it will just naturally fall through. I like to use a metal lid. And the reason why I want to use a metal lid is because it's airtight. So this I will let sit for a good 4 to 6 weeks, depends on how desperate we get. And I just simply get a muslin cloth and a strainer, and I put it through. I squeeze it as much as I can with my hand with a glove on because it is quite vinegary, and pop it in the fridge.